Hey, peace, y'all. How y'all doing? As I get my glasses on. If you've been tuned in, I've been talking about how to self-publish a book. Make sure you watch the complete breakdown that I give of my entire process, but I'm also doing little videos and things just to break down the little mini topics. So in this video, for those interested in how to publish a book, how to publish their own book, and the certain avenues that are available to them in order to manifest that, I'm gonna be discussing those avenues. I'm gonna be discussing those websites that you can go through and put your book up to be sold, to be made, to be created, to be published, to be all of that. I want to put a side note, shout out, shout out Denzel Norris. I was on Fulton Street in Brooklyn, and homie was really out there hustling, selling his books out on a table. He had his books out on the table. He had about 5 books he put out. I asked him, like, did he do self-published through Amazon? He said, nah. He said I think he said his wife or something, he wrote down everything, and his wife, like, put it together, got it printed, got it stapled, all of that, and, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Made with Love from Alyssa Stevenson. Yeah. Yeah. And he just did this. He did it and he signed it. Yo, God bless. Denzel Norris, man. Shout out to him, man. For real. I gotta check that out. But poetry book was literally out there on the table, Fulton Street, Brooklyn, selling that. Yo, it was mind blowing. And so those of you who might not want to do the websites I'm gonna choose, the websites I'm gonna discuss, there's other avenues you could choose from to where you could do it 100%, yourself, 100%. Just, hit up your friends, see if they could put it together for you. Hit up like a book publishing company or a book, like some place that prints graphics. You know how people do zines and stuff like that. Just find a way. There's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Definitely. There's so many opportunities. There's so many variations of how you can go about this. So just keep that in mind. But in terms of me, what I did was Kindle Direct Publishing. That's the platform I use, right? And I have a video discussing that platform, discussing the interface of that platform, how that goes down. And I have a separate video for that. But in this video, I'm talking about KDP as well as a few other companies that I know. And the interfaces should be the same. It should all be the same process of how you upload a book. From, you just put your name, author name, the type of book size you want, the type of cover you want, whether matte or glossy, type of size, like I said, type of paper, quality of paper, and all you really gotta be concerned with is how many pages your book has, because that factors into the book printing costs, and that'll be the what you'll pay if you decide to get author copies or decide to get copies shipped to you to sell yourself. But return on investment is definitely high. My book was $251 to print, and I ordered a box of 25 copies, and that cost $50. I sold them for $10. Like, you could sell a box of 25 at $10. You're looking at $250 off of 25. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, that goes into budgeting and just you're gonna be putting money down, right? But just the site I use, like I said, Kindle Direct Publishing, right? So that's with Amazon, right? Keep that in mind. I'm gonna zoom in on this. That's with Amazon, right? And they do paperback and ebook. If you're gonna do an ebook, I would say go through Amazon, just because they own Kindle, and you just have that. You just be right at the source of where most people get their ebooks with Kindle. If you were to do an ebook for paperback, of course you could do KDP, but there's also Lulu and Ingram Sparks. Another company that I didn't list here is called Draft to Digital. That's another one to keep in mind, Draft to Digital. So like I said, I used Kindle Direct Publishing, and it was free. And it was ease of use, very easy, the whole process. Really, the most thing you got to worry about is having the book done, having the manuscript put together. You could use a site called PDF Mergy to put all your Google Docs in one PDF file, and that's how I did it. But just make sure, obviously, the book is done, the writing is organized, and you have the idea of what your book is going to be, right? And like I said, when it comes to Kindle, the ebook, but also selling as a paperback, you'll be uploading directly to the biggest distributor, which is Amazon, right? 60% royalties, right? But that's before production costs, right? That's before. So let's say my book is $10, I'll be getting $6. But if my book costs $2 to print, then I'll be getting $4. So that's something to keep in mind. That's really kind of whack. I ain't even going front. All right. With Lulu, they have paperback and hardcover, and they also have ebook. So keep that in mind. Again, it's free. All of these sites is free, right? Well, these two sites is free. We're gonna talk about Ingram Sparks in a second, right? From with the research I did, I saw if people were doing picture books, based on the formatting options that Lulu offers, they said they have better success and better quality picture books with Lulu than with Kindle Direct Publishing. So that's something to keep in mind if you're gonna have pictures in your thing, or if you're doing like a children's book, right? So they, like I said, a lot of formatting options, right? And something that I think is very key and something I might be looking into for the future, for my future books, it offers a Shopify store to sell directly on your website. So you could, just have it through Shopify, through Lulu. Boom, people buy it directly on your website with a Shopify store set up by Lulu. Or, you can just set up a Shopify store yourself and sell it on your website. But I think that's very key. And 80% royalty, and I believe this is the highest royalty, 80% royalty. So definitely very good. Something I might be looking to for my future books, right? So Ingram Sparks, they have hardcover and they have paperback, and of course they also have the ebook. But like I said, Kindle, you go to Amazon for that, or you could do the ebook with these people too, because like I said, 80% royalty is very good. That's very good, right? So Ingram Sparks is a hardcover and paperback. The thing with Ingram Sparks is that you have to pay $49 to upload it, and if you upload it and you find that a mistake is in the book and you have to make a correction, you have to pay to re-upload it, right? You have to pay to upload it, and if you need to re-upload it, you have to pay again. That's trash. And they offer 45% royalties, and that's before production costs. So they offer the lowest royalties. So again, do your own research on it, but that's what I found. But I wouldn't go with Ingram Sparks. KDP is good, Lulu is good. So these are just 3 sites. There's a lot more. Another one I know of is Draft to Digital, but definitely do your research. For my first book, Bozo, do not ignore this thing right here, not for resale. This is the proof copy that I got. But for my first book, Bozo, I went through KDP. I like the way it came out, very nice. But I'm sure I could get the same quality off of Lulu. And being that they offer the most royalty, I might go with Lulu for my future books. Especially because I want to have my own website, and that Shopify store is very good. So again, these are just some sites, or just the main sites to use to upload your book, upload your paperback or your ebook. And Lulu and Ingram Sparks offer hardcover options. KDP does not offer hardcover. My book was a paperback. So like I said, I use KDP first off, but Lulu, I like Lulu. It looks pretty good. So like I said, I use KDP to upload my book. I found it very easy to upload my book. For future books, I might be using Lulu because I do like the Shopify store. It has higher royalties, which is very nice. And for ebook, I might stay with KDP, but for my paperback, I might go with Lulu because again, it has a lot of formatting options, and I'm sure I can get the same quality book that I got from KDP from Lulu. But make sure you do your own research. Make sure you're asking yourself, do I want my own website? What type of distribution do I want? Do I want to go mainly with Amazon and have it just on Amazon and predominantly and get the most eyes on it, or do I want to get the higher royalties and go with Lulu? But then there's more avenues to go through, more channels. Like to put it on Amazon, you'll be going through Lulu to Amazon. Whereas if you go with KDP, you'll just be going straight to Amazon. Little things like that. I'm not sure. I don't think it would matter the most, especially when that royalty looks pretty good. And that Shopify store option is also very nice, as well as the formatting options. But that, again, depends on the type of book that you are doing. So make sure you're asking yourself these questions. Make sure you're keeping this in mind. The process, I said I went with KDP. The process is fairly easy. The main thing, make sure your book is done. Make sure you're liberating your expression. And, take your time, y'all. Peace.